Imagine just a moment with me that you're standing in front of a beautiful mountain. And you look around and you see the entrance to 6 trailheads. And you stop for a minute and you ask yourself, I wonder which one I should select to meet my hiking goal for today. Now, you know, of course, that every path you go down is safe, you're not going to be harmed, and it really is dependent upon what goal you want to reach for today. So you take a look around, and you choose one, and you venture out. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, this is the choice of Toastmasters education. We have aptly named a learning management system online called Pathways. We have 6 learning environments, which you can choose based on your goals and capabilities. And my goal today in our 10 to 15 minutes together, it's a little longer, is to introduce you at a high-level view to the education system in Toastmasters called Pathways. And I'm honored to do this as your new Vice President of Education. So pick up your water bottle, take a big sip, strap on your backpack, and let's go. All right. I'd like to start out by sharing with you, as you've heard me say 3 times so far, there are 6 pathways. And I love that it's named that because you're walking down a path. We have dynamic leadership, engaging humor, motivational strategies, persuasive influence, presentation mastery, and visionary communication, which is my path. Now, these paths are designed to shore up 5 core competencies, which you see over here on the right. They include public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management skills, and confidence. And each path includes, 6 paths include 5 levels of projects, and they build on complexity as you move along and allow each member to pursue both required projects within the pathway, and as you get further along, up that mountain of the pathway, you get to choose from electives as well. Now, this all starts, we access this, and let me take a moment to say, for newer people, we have 2 websites we use in this club. We have our club website, which is Sugar Hill Toastmasters, where we sign up for roles on the agenda, and we have our toastmastersinternational.org website, which is where the Pathways education lives, and Basecamp. And again, we can take another time to walk through this screen by screen, but today, again, is that 10,000-foot view. So you go into Basecamp. From there, you can access your path, you can track your progress as you do speeches, as you serve roles in the club, and as you complete levels and pathways. You can view awards and recognitions along the way. You can complete digital evaluation resources, should you choose to. And you can communicate with club officers there as a method if you choose to. So we're in Basecamp, we get to our learning paths, and they are opportunities to do 3 things. All 6 paths offer these 3 things: developing public speaking skills, practicing your leadership, and building your confidence as you move through those projects. The learning paths, as I said, build those 3, all offer those 3 baseline, but each, as they move up, have a slightly different focus to help you reach your specific goals. Let's talk about one of them first. It is presentation mastery, and it works on confidence, speech writing, and delivery. Building core public speaking skills for those of you who come here and that's really what you want to do is work on your presentations. Learning to speak confidently and effectively. And developing your unique communication style. And I didn't put together this slide, but there you go. All right, then we have engaging humor. You got a sneak peek. It, of course, is building confidence as a core capability. You are learning to speak effectively while using humor, which several of us have said we really want to improve on. And we're developing our own unique humorous delivery. And then we have motivational strategies. Right? Yes, so interpersonal and strategic communication are going to come up on the next 2. Motivational strategies. And projects from this path center around developing your skills to build connections with others, to motivate others, and to lead small groups to accomplish specific goals. And also here is, let's go back, dynamic leadership. Both of these, again, are working on interpersonal and strategic communication as 3 and 4. So discovering your ideal leadership capabilities and communication and learning to resolve conflict. I've recently sent out to some of our new members a new member profile, and I just got one back yesterday. And that member said that one of her key goals is to learn to manage conflict as she moves up into management. This might be a good path. Then we have innovative leadership. Again, we have public speaking here, we have leadership and confidence. And in innovative leadership, we have persuasive influence and visionary communication, rounding out our 6 paths, okay? And in this one, persuasive influence, again, you're learning the skills to be an innovative communicator and leader, and creating innovative solutions to challenges and being able to present those to your group. And learning to affect change within your community, a volunteer group, or your workplace. Who couldn't use that? And then we have visionary communication, happens to be the path I'm on. And you're learning the skills to share information effectively, do communication planning, and create innovative solutions overall. My goal is to grow into a better strategic communicator and leader, whether that's in my workplace, I'm semi-retired, or at home, or here with my club and my officers. These skills cross the board. They are not just career focused, which I think is amazing. And then let's talk for just a minute about the levels. So we have 6 paths, 6 learning, then there are levels 1 through 5. In level 1, every member, we're not getting there. Okay, let me go back for a second. Those are the basics. 5 levels that grow in complexity. Projects become more tailored as you move up in the 5 levels. And members are building increasingly advanced skills. And at level 1, every member is doing the same 4 projects. An icebreaker. Michael, he started his path journey today. He chose that trailhead and he took off. Writing a speech with a purpose. So all of you who are new, working on level 1, you're all going to do these 4 projects. Introducing vocal variety and feedback. And evaluation and feedback, which we saw Abigail take on over the last few weeks. She gave a speech, got evaluation and feedback, and turned around and gave it again the next week, incorporating her feedback. So all of you in level 1 will do these 4 projects. And then level 2, it starts out, which isn't shown here, with a mentoring project. Not that you're going to be mentoring someone yet, but it's introducing you to the concept of mentoring in Toastmasters, which is very important. So you'll give a speech about mentoring. And all the documents you need to learn about your particular project are all within that amazing learning management system on Toastmasters International. So you'll see here how they start to diverge. In dynamic leadership, you can see you've got 2 more specific projects. You will have done level 1, 4, you get to level 2, you start diverging to more specific projects. And I'll give you a second to look at those. I'm not going to read them all to you. Some of you will recognize the path you're on and what might be coming up for you. All right, and then levels 3 through 5, where I'm at right now, you start to get even more tailored in your projects. You have, in level 3, I had 1 project, which was putting together a communication plan, and I had 2 electives, had to give a speech from the Successful Club series. And now I'm in level 4. One of my projects is giving another speech from the Successful Club series, and I get to do electives. So level 3, you'll see, start to get choosing from electives. Level 4, you get 8 electives, you choose 1. Level 5, 6 electives, you choose 1. Some of them are fun things. I'm not sure I'm going to do this for an elective, but it's launching a podcast, for instance. Launching a blog, for instance. Pretty fun stuff. Then we move on to path completion. And there are questions to answer at the end of your path completion. It gets you to reflect on what you've learned through your journey of going through 5 levels and 4 to 5 projects each. And upon that, once you've put in all your information, we have a campaign going that Bernadine's launching that says, push the button, because You don't get credit personally, nor does the club get credit if you don't put your work in the learning management system and push the button. And once you complete a path or a level, it comes to me as your VPE to approve. So just keep that little mantra tucked in your head. Push the button. There are also awards and achievements, which is nice at each level completion. We give ribbons here. I've noticed, I've been a member since March, which is nice. We can also print a nice certificate for you. And we're going to do more and more of presenting that to each of our members in front of the club for accolades and recognition as we're working through our education. And also online, there are badges that show up when you complete a level within this same learning management system, which is kind of fun. Yeah, it kind of goes along with the current digital social media sort of thing that goes on. Level completion, path completion. I was not sure of this, but you can actually get a letter sent to your employer. Some Toastmasters are sponsored by an employer. A letter can be sent to them to let them know that you have completed a particular curriculum and what competencies were a part of that, if that's helpful to any of you. Okay, world headquarters, yes. That's upon completion of levels 3, 4, or 5. And I'm sorry, I'm turning my head and talking away from you. You can ding me on that, DJ. Also, an email from the international president upon completion of a full pathway. So just think about that. You have done 5 levels of education that have 4 to 5 projects each. You've done 20 effortful pieces of work, most of which include speeches, but not all of them. You should be proud of that. And that warrants an email from our current World Organization president, which I think is really cool. You can also get a certificate of proficiency because we are learning those competencies I talked about do have validity to some continuing education in different education areas of your workplace. And then we have the Distinguished Toastmaster Award, which Scott mentioned earlier on as Toastmaster of the Day. We have 2 distinguished Toastmasters in this room, which he already mentioned. Cindy Cannon has earned 1, and she is 1 mentorship currently in process away from getting her 2nd one. And we have Kathy Newmiller. You have 3. Did I get that right? And she is currently 1 speech away from getting a 4th. So I think that deserves a round of applause. So maybe one day we'll have them come up and give us a little more detail specifically on what it means to become a Distinguished Toastmaster, okay? So you can kind of see here you have to complete 2 unique paths out of the 6. Serve as a district leader, that's the leadership part of what we do, not just speaking. Serve as a club sponsor or do a youth program. Serve as a club officer, serve as a mentor or coach, and then complete a DTM project, which I won't go into detail, but I know Kathy's working on hers right now. And I threw this in myself because I wanted to link this in my time remaining to what Kathy spoke of a couple of weeks ago, where she presented what it means to be a distinguished club. So you can see the area outlined in yellow is the education portion of meeting those goals. So each of us individually achieving our goals and pushing the button to complete them helps our club achieve different club distinguished statuses. This club reached the highest pinnacle last year, a brand new distinguished award called the Smedley Award. So we met all 10, see 1 through 10 on the side, all 10 of those goals. That was a big effort, and we deserve a round of applause. So I'd just like to say, in closing, Pathways is like I mentioned in the beginning, stepping into a forest, choosing your trail, and wondering where you should go down. The trail's kind of easy at first, right? It starts with your icebreaker. You're giving your speech, letting the club get to know you. And then the trail branches or gets a little more difficult and moves on toward leadership or effective communication and invites you to perhaps pursue some humor and storytelling. And each section of the pathway leads you into something new. And by the time you reach level 5, you're standing at the top and you're looking out over the beautiful scenery. So Pathways isn't just a program, y'all. It's a journey, and it strengthens you with every trip. Mr. Toastmaster.